Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Grant.
And I'm Josh.
And today we're going to be looking at Toho Animation, Netflix's Godzilla Singular Point, the anime. This is a Netflix exclusive. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. I noticed that when I clicked on it.
When we watched it. Yeah, so this is a Netflix original anime. Well, not really, but this is a Netflix exclusive. They've had plenty of exclusives before. We've talked about them. I think the last one we talked about was Japan Sinks, right?
Yeah.
That was the last one. All right. So we talked about
the quintessential quintuplets was the last time we talked.
No, I mean like Netflix.
Oh, Netflix, yeah.
Netflix,
Yeah.
I think it was that one. But anyways, so today we decided to check out Godzilla Singular Point. We were pretty excited for this, mainly for a few reasons. One, we love Godzilla. And two, this is the first Japanese Godzilla thing to come out in a while. I think the last one was the Japanese anime series, or movie series, which was not to our liking.
Yeah.
But we were decently excited for this for a multitude of reasons. But anyways, let's get to that story summary. The young geniuses of Mai Kamino, a female researcher, and Yun Arikawa, a male engineer, as they take on an unprecedented threat with their companions. When the danger comes from the depths, only young geniuses Mei, Yun, and their team can face the threat on Godzilla Singular Point. Godzilla Singular Point is the story of, it's Godzilla. It's Godzilla.
Action.
It's a Godzilla thing. it's more Godzilla and tons of monsters and Jaguar, a new version of him. Jaguar, remember him?
Yeah, Jet's a Jaguar.
Yeah, Jet's a Jaguar. Oh, yes. I don't have too much more to say about the story synopsis. We're going to keep this first part spoiler free, don't worry. Now let's get to those amazing VAs who portray those amazing characters. Starting with Miyamoto Yume as Kamino Mei, Ishige Shoya as Arikawa Yun, Kuno Mizaki as Pelops 2, Takuchi Ayako as Kanahara Satomi, Kawai Kotori as Kanako Yuki, Kyuchi Taro as Kato Haberu, and finally, Kugima Ri as Jung. And there's a multitude of amazing VAs in this anime, but I just don't feel like getting to all of them.
Yeah.
Anyways, Josh, we watched Godzilla Singular Point. First, we're going to talk about the story and characters. Now, we're going to do spoiler free. First, what did we think of the show?
It was really good, especially at the end when Godzilla disappeared. Shoot, dang it, I'm sorry.
I guess that's all you get for non-spoilers.
My bad, but no, it was great anime.
Yeah.
By far, like one of the best Netflix originals in anime, and definitely better than Japan Sings, and then.
And the other Godzilla anime one.
Yeah, the other. But it was really good. I was very intrigued and very excited to see this, and it took a different loop than what I thought it would take.
Yeah, this was definitely more in line with like kind of more Ano Hideki's kind of vision of like with Shin Godzilla, with more just like kind of something more interesting, more creative and unique to the Godzilla character. It's not simply just Godzilla comes and we destroy him.
It's more of like a lore than anything else.
Yeah, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and there's just it was really good to see. It's a good for a change of pace because the last Godzilla things we've seen have been, more or less giant monsters just fighting.
Yeah.
And while I do like seeing the giant monster fights, and I am very much impressed with like what special effects can do, I so much just crave a story. And when I heard that they were going to do this an anime of Godzilla, I think I just saw the first teaser trailer. I saw it was going to be more like the other Godzilla Planet Eater, I think is what those movies are called. Godzilla Planet, something like that, Monster Planet. And it's like, okay, I didn't really want that. Like, no, I don't want that CGI kind of anime style. But when I saw the first trailer for this, I was like, oh, so it's a combination of like traditional animation and then a bunch of, of course, 3D CGI thrown in there. And I think it worked pretty seamlessly. And it just really worked for me on an emotional level. Admittedly, that some parts towards the end, I was more like, ugh. But I think that's just what made it more intriguing to watch, is that as I was watching it, I wasn't just thinking like, okay, when's the next fight coming? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot less fight, like original God. Like if we watch a Godzilla movie, it's all fighting and nothing like in the lore. This one's all about lore, nothing about Godzilla. There's like what, maybe 3 scenes you see Godzilla, and like the whole series is like it's more about what's going on, how things happen, why is he showing up, and it's back to their like they have like paintings from their ancestors of Godzilla actually coming, and the Red Sea, Rodan, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very interesting to see how all that played and how they did it. I mean, even though it was still kind of confusing to me, but I kind of understood it a little bit. But I'm pretty sure there's parts for you too that was like confusing and not confusing.
No, yeah, like same for me. Like I said, towards the end, I was like, huh? Okay.
Yeah, like what is going on?
What
here?
is this? Because I just didn't really expect it. The trailers made it look more
all action.
Yeah, all action, more like, oh, this is a fun happening kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of not what it was, and I'm glad it subverted my expectations in that sense.
Yeah, it also made it very creepy with the song playing and everything. Just the way how the song was a code, and then there was different like poems that were also codes and all this and that and quotes. So it was just very interesting to see all that happen.
Yeah, and I think it's when I was watching this, I was also thinking to myself like, okay, this is kind of what Josh wanted, because I looked back at our old Godzilla versus Kong review, and I remember you saying like, I want more of the details. I want to know more about this lore, but they're not giving it to me.
Well, with that movie, yeah, because they just threw you into like King Kong's, temple, and we were like, okay, wait, there should be like a little bit more about this.
Yeah.
But there was nothing, so I was like pissed off with that. So like this is a whole different deal though. This one like talks about actually Godzilla and also every different kind of monster that was there.
Yeah. It was an engaging watch for sure, and I really enjoyed watching it. It was a surreal experience, and I would say that this is probably, I would have to go back and check because I don't remember every single Netflix original anime that's come out, but this is definitely up there with just one of the best in my opinion. Just like everything kind of worked for me, and the things that didn't work, it's like I was always distracted by something. Like for instance, the animation and stuff like that. It just like it would distract me from like parts that I didn't really like, where I was like, oh, I'm kind of confused, but it looks great, and I'm engaged. I'm curious to know what's going on, and at the end of the day, I guess that's what you would want anyways. So like that's kind of when it comes to the story and the characters. I mean, am I gonna say that this is the most like memorable story I've ever seen in Godzilla? Well, maybe, yeah. Maybe I would say that, because it's definitely, they did not go, which I'm glad they didn't. They did not go the route of the last one where it's like, oh, we're leaving the planet, we come back, and the whole 3 movies is literally just focused on, we need to kill Godzilla. Oh, we failed, and we were pretty bad people. Yeah. And then that's it. And there's no like more depth to it, and I wasn't that interested to begin with, but. This one actually took it to interesting places. This one looks more like they want to do something more creative. They want to revitalize Godzilla and kind of show different ways that you can have Godzilla work nowadays. Because nowadays, like, you can't really. I mean, I guess you still can, but the whole threat of like the nuclear bomb is no longer a thing. Like that's what Godzilla represented before. Nowadays, it's like, okay, Godzilla needs to represent something else. He needs to represent kind of just, natural disasters, pretty much. And I just like the direction they're going with Godzilla, and I'm really interested to see where they go in the future with him.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if they're gonna make another season 2 for this, because I don't think the story is just done. Especially, I mean, can I say it though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Especially with, what is it, Mega Godzilla, or was it the robot Godzilla? At the end, remember he was building it?
Yeah, Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, Mechagodzilla. That's going to be very interesting. I wonder what's going to happen with that, because in the recent movies, Mechagodzilla just turned evil and attacked King Kong and original Godzilla. So now this one is...
Oh, you mean Godzilla vs. Kong?
Yeah, Godzilla. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still a movie, but yeah.
No, yeah.
But this one, I'm kind of curious on who they fighting, if Godzilla's going to come back, or if they actually know if he's going to come back. Because I had a couple theories from everything by myself that I've talked to you about.
Please, by all means, let's hear it.
Well, the main character, what's his name? The engineer?
Arikawa?
Arikawa is like, I think like he's fighting against his future self, the doctor, the famous doctor that's magically still alive, yet no one knows where he's at. I feel like they look identical, and I feel like that's just him fighting against himself. And I guess like he knows more than Arikawa knows, and I thought that was like something like to point out too, because like it could be like whole past and future thing.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. It's a very interesting theory. I mean, I guess only time will tell if it's true or not. But yeah, it's an interesting theory. I mean, overall, the show was just very fascinating to watch. Like I said, don't go into this show thinking that it's gonna be nonstop Godzilla action.
Because it's really not.
Because it's not. It's a lot more. It's a lot more depthful than just action.
Yeah, and it's very good. I'm glad it does go in more depth. Even though people like all action, but still, it's like very good to have the information.
The problem with that is, with, say like a Godzilla thing, you can go overboard. Like I feel like there needs to be a good balance. You can do a good story with good characters, something more interesting, and have Godzilla. But more often than not, most people, they'll kind of go for what they think works. So it's like, all right, let's follow the family, let's follow these people, and it's like, okay, we're not really interested though in these characters because they don't really have that connection with Godzilla. Like that was one thing in Godzilla vs. Kong. I keep bringing that up because that was the last one we watched, but in Godzilla vs. Kong, when it's like Millie Bobby Brown, the kid from Deadpool, and then that one guy, when they're like going around in the car and doing all this stuff, I'm just thinking like, how does this really connect to Godzilla? How does this connect to the overall story? What are they accomplishing? That's my question. What are they accomplishing? Whereas you have something like, again, Shin Godzilla, where the whole movie is literally just focused on people trying to figure out how do we solve this solution. And I do prefer that in a Godzilla movie, where it's like people like who are directly affected and are directly involved are trying to figure out how to fix a problem. And that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think it portrays it pretty well as in what you described.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I mean, you summed up the whole thing already.
Yeah.
It's still very good. It's still very fun to watch, and it has its funny moments, but not too many where it makes it look like it's forced.
Yeah, there was one comic relief character that was pretty consistent. All right, so I don't really think I want to say too much more about the story and the characters. I think that they'll speak for themselves if you guys watch the show, even though we've made some spoilers. But that's besides the point. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was very refreshing. Jumping from that, let's go to presentation. Josh, what did you think of the presentation? The animation, the music, what did you think?
It's very light on the colors. It's good for the eyes, so if you stare at a screen a lot, it's very comfortable on the eyes. And on top of that, it looks like it's an old school kind of, animation. It's not like our modern ones. They're kind of like old school, bringing back, the old style. What was the kind of style it was from like 1999?
It was, I can't say exactly, but when I was watching it, it did feel like I was watching a show that was like from much earlier, like at least the early 2000s, but like modernized. That's what it felt like, and it reminded me a lot of that stuff, which I always like to see that because I do have nostalgia for the old animation, even though animation now is gorgeous. Like, it's art either way, and I really love the style that they went for, and it was very colorful.
Yeah, very colorful, but it wasn't like colorful where it hurts.
No,
your eyes, where they had to say seizure warning. It's very nice. It's just kind of calming of the colors, but which I'm glad they did, because most of it was like kind of like a reddish maroon color, and then it was like
a lot of heavy red.
Yeah, a lot of heavy red, but it was also smooth with whites, blues, and all that stuff. So it was, and a little bit of shades of green from Godzilla, obviously, and then also the other 1,000 monsters they showed.
And I mean, all the characters are like very colorful. Like they're all very and unique. That's something that the other Godzilla anime that came out on Netflix, I remember I was missing that, because it was a very kind of gray, monotone color, for the art style, and most of the characters kind of more or less had realistic looking, I guess, like like color schemes, like browns and blacks, like kind of something standard you would see. I mean, just pretty much you and me. I have brown hair, you have black hair, so just like you'd see that. And I don't remember if anybody had like different color hair, but here it's like they went for it. Like everybody has like different color schemes. Like you from when somebody walks onto screen, your eyes are drawn to them, which is what you'd want, in an anime.
Yeah.
Like you want to be drawn to the main characters, and that is something that I'm comparing this to other Godzilla stuff I've watched. That's something that was refreshing because I don't want to see a bunch of people that just look exactly the same. I'm talking about the anime, by the way, not the live action.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like all these character models that look exactly the same. I want to see some different looking models. So I really loved the animation style. The studio did a great job. Like I said, the seamless with the 3D and the 2D. It's great. Like I love it when they're able to do that.
Yeah, no, me too. And it's amazing how they do it too.
Yeah. And the music, oh gosh.
Very creepy and also very interesting.
Very unique.
Yeah.
Very unique. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it other than you'll hear it. It's good. It's a good music. So I would say overall the presentation of the show was very well done.
Yeah, very well done.
Very
very nice, very comfortable. It's not sloppy, choppy like Seven Deadly Sins, but it's very good. It's very good. It's all very consistent and it's not wonky because I know throughout some animes like they'll do really good in one half and the other half it's like terribly lazy.
Yeah, maybe like a drop in the budget sometimes, or like they switch studios.
Yeah,
kind of like with what One Punch Man season 2 where they
Attack
had
on Titan.
Attack on Titan that happened
the new
too.
season, they had like they switched studios and they changed the whole design of each character now.
Yeah, and then of course Seven Deadly Sins. That's the famous one.
Yeah, cartoon doodles.
Yeah, that one was pretty crazy. Yeah, you're not gonna get that from this.
Yeah, no, I know you don't. It's just amazing.
13 episodes of pure just good animation, something that I'm happy to say because Netflix can tell some good anime
if they really try.
If they really try, they a lot of good anime has come out from them. Well, anywho, I think I've pretty much said everything I kind of want to say about Godzilla Singular Point. This is probably the most like kind of chilled like video we've ever done.
Very chill, very calm, very quiet.
Yeah, just because I mean it's not an anime that really calls for a lot of like, whoa, dude, remember that? It's like, it's like, well, no, it was just really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
So, I mean, I gotta say, like, first, I've been looking forward to a new Godzilla thing since Shin Godzilla, like, from Japan, and I've really wanted to see like them try to do something more like, not abstract, but something more just like different, just like kind of like weird, and like this is kind of that. It's just weird, it's different, it's new, and it's engaging, and I was just really happy to see that, and I was really happy to see that as an anime, in anime form, they found a way to really make Godzilla look really neat, because by the way, I didn't mention this, but Godzilla looks awesome. Like all the designs look awesome.
Yeah, and every monster look very, very good.
Yeah, even Jet Jaguar, the original design was like, it was just a guy in a costume.
Yeah.
Here, well, I guess you could say that about all of them, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Here it's kind of like a weird, like steampunky looking thing.
Yeah, good, and it was very, very white, red, and blue, and it was just like
very colorful.
Nice. Very colorful, very nice, and it was kind of interesting to look at them, how they changed from feet to wheels and everything. Mm-hmm. It was still very good. Yeah.
So I think if I was to give this a rating out of 10, it's kind of hard. Like I do want to give it a high score, but I'm gonna have to say this is a 9 out of 10 for me. I just thought this was a good show. I had a few issues, but at a few times when I was confused, but other than that, like I enjoyed it completely, and I can see myself rewatching it again. And if they do a season 2, I would love to see it. That's for sure.
Yeah. I give it out of 10. Well, what kind of rating you want me to give it? Just like everyone else rating or myself rating?
Just give it your own rating.
Okay, my own rating. I give it like a solid.
Take your time. Can you guys tell we prepared heavily before?
I'm just thinking because it's such a good anime, but there's also some things I would like to have in it, but I guess it didn't happen. Yeah, I'll probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5.
Only the fact that I only saw Godzilla 3 times out of the whole thing.
That is true.
I didn't see anything about Godzilla, but they were about him, and I was just like, I wish I saw more of them and see what they're like doing to try to like slow him down and stop him, but I did not get that at all, and I was like, what the heck?
That is true. There is a very big lack
of Godzilla.
And Godzilla Singular Point, which, I mean, like, obviously in like big budget movies it makes sense. I'm more talking about the Japanese versions. It makes more sense. In an anime you could definitely do a lot more. They didn't. I guess I do kind of like that they showed that restraint to like not have him like every episode be like dun-na-na. Oh god, it's Godzilla. We need to stop him.
Shoot the tanks.
Get the tanks out. And it's like every episode's the same thing. I mean, like it wouldn't work after a while because that's not, that's Evangelion right there. That's not Godzilla. Like Godzilla, he comes out like maybe a couple times. But yeah, so I did like that they showed that restraint, but I do agree it would have been neat to see more.
Yeah, that was because I like the design of him. It was so original.
Yeah,
not like
it was so cool.
And I wish I would have saw him a little bit more than the final battle. The first time we seen him turn into a popsicle. And then I don't even remember the other one. He just shot something in the air, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I do agree.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna change my rating, but you bring up a good point. I didn't really think about that.
I give it an 8.5 out of 10. That's just me because I was like, I don't want to see a bunch of fighting, but I do want to see like him.
Right.
Like, the whole premise is about Godzilla. I would like to see Godzilla.
Yeah.
So stop Godzilla.
All right. So
For the all right, we will destroy you. I think we need more Godzilla.
Okay.
All right, we need him. We need more Godzilla.
Yeah, I understand. More Godzilla. Gotta have it. All right.
Ah!
Oh, jeez. Well, anyways, 9 out of 10, 8.5. Thank you guys for watching. Have you guys seen Godzilla Singular Point? If you haven't, check it out. It's on Netflix.
He probably won't because he doesn't even show up for this show.
He doesn't. He doesn't show up for his own show.
I waited months and I didn't get a Godzilla.
Everybody check this out. It's on Netflix. It's free. I always hate it when I say, oh, it's on Netflix, it's free. There's always that one person who's like, it's not free, it's on Netflix. It's like, you know what I mean, idiots?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's literally free, but whatever.
But it's literally free.
It is literally free.
Yeah, free.
Yeah, it's completely free.
Dude, price is 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, the price
100%
is 0, 0.
off. It's free.
You don't have to pay. They pay you to watch it.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
Anyways, yeah, so have you guys seen Godzilla Singular Point? Did you love it, hate it, don't care about it, or even mad at us for even talking about it? Let me know down in the comments down below. I always love hearing your guys' thoughts and questions and all that stuff. If you hate us truly for liking this show, please let us know why you hate us for liking this show.
Yeah, because there's no Godzilla.
Thank you guys for watching. As always, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time on the next anime review.
Yeah.
You sound like a weird seal. Has anyone ever told you look like a seal? Like a sea lion?
What is that supposed to mean?
That you're a sea lion.
What is that supposed to mean?
It literally what it means. I went fishing once in the Sea of Japan, and there was a seal.
So you call me fat?
Huh?
Call me fat?
It was a very fit seal.